Welcome once again to Pacific Mystery School, and today we are launching into the sixes in Tarot of the Spirit. The six is the center. It is the center of the tree of life, right in the heart of the tree. And this is the place we want to live from. From this position of the six, we can see all around the tree. We can see all the dimensions of the tree. We can call upon any of the energies we want to bring into ourselves from anywhere in the tree of life, from this place of the sixes. The sixes are the most beautiful cards, and they actually emerge right out of the conflagration and the cataclysm of the fives. The six are a place of synergy, of harmony, where we learn to work synergistically with others and with all the cards in the deck. The six of fire, glory, shows a battlefield and a tree growing up out of the battlefield. The tree is in fruition. And in a sense, this is our own being, our own body growing up out of the battlefield, a battle which no one wins. No one can win. We can only lose in a battle of this nature. And here is the bloody battlefield. But what we do learn is about ourselves. And so we grow up out of this battlefield with the fruits of our wisdom, of that which we have learned, and we offer it into the higher dimensions. And we say, here is my offering. Here is what I have learned. And very, very humbly, how may I serve? How may I serve? The card is called Glory, and the glory has to do with making our offering into the world. At the top of the card, we see a diamond with red, blue, yellow, and green. And that particular symbol in Tarot of the Spirit, which repeats all the way through the deck, is called the diamond sun. And the diamond sun is a vision of the harmonium and the beauty that is possible for us. It's a higher way of being for our species, a way that is balanced in spirit, heart, mind, and body. Also, we see that in a field, a winged field, a field of wings. And whenever we see wings in the Tarot of the Spirit, it represents metamorphosis completed. We have emerged as a winged being in the fourth stage of the metamorphosis, which goes from basically egg to larva to pupa to what's called the imago, I-M-A-G-O, the winged being. So the six of fire is about making our offering into the world. And this is after everything we've learned. The six of water is called faith. And in this card, we see again that diamond sun, but it appears a little bit differently. This time it appears in a circle, like a circle cross that contains the spirit, heart, mind, and body in the center. And there's a sun symbol in the very center of that circle cross. And the sun is just shining the light on it. It's the beauty and the bounty of this card. That's surrounded by the six cups containing each containing a six-pointed star. And you'll notice that each of those stars is different because this card is about support and a support system. It's as if six friends or the six in your support system are all floating on a raft together in a sea of yellow. By the way, whenever you see yellow in Tarot of the Spirit, it represents enlightened consciousness. And this particular sea happens to be filled with dolphins. It's a yellow sea full of dolphins, and the dolphins indicate joy. To learn about the symbolism of Tarot of the Spirit, get my book, Kabbalah and Tarot of the Spirit. And in the back of that book, you will see many pages of the symbolic system of Tarot of the Spirit and what those symbols mean. So you'll see like the sea, the yellow sea, you'll see all the colors, the cups, the stars, the diamond sun, all of the symbols and what they stand for in all of the cards. The 6 of water is faith, living from a place of faith and knowing in that place you are supported. The 6 of wind, which actually moves out of the 5 of wind, which is fear, the 6 of wind is clarity. And in the clarity, what we see is we see a sword and a chalice, or the chalice and the blade, in equal balance, harmoniously balanced. Again, in the center of the card, we see a diamond, a reference to the diamond sun, and this diamond is filled with wings. And those wings always are going to represent the completion of the metamorphosis and also messages coming from beyond into our consciousness. That is represented by the dove. And we'll see the repeating pattern of the dove going through Tarot of the Spirit. The blade represents our keen intellectual knowledge and also the emitting nature and force of ourselves. The chalice represents our receptive nature, the receiving part of ourselves. And in the 6 of wind clarity, we move into equal amounts of emission and reception, and we begin to attain that way great clarity of mind. And again, in this card, we have a yellow field, and the yellow field is going to be representing enlightenment within ourselves. And as we talked about the astrology, for example, on the 5 of wind, well, just a note on the astrology in the 6 of wind, which happens to be leaping out at me. This one happens to be Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury is all about communicating. Aquarius is all about the new thought. So this clarity card is all about the communication of new ideas. And that's what pulls us out of the fear and takes us into a very comfortable place in our consciousness, which is open, clear, and informed. That's the 6 of wind clarity. Finally, the 6 of earth beauty. It's about the beauty way. Beauty before me, beauty behind me, beauty above me, below me, all around me, and inside me. And it's through walking the beauty way that we can move through all of the disasters in our lives, all of the disasters that are represented by the 5 of earth, the nadir. We can move into this deep place. It's like a deep, beautiful temple or room in the heart, in the very core of our own being. The 6 of earth, this place of beauty. It can be inward or it can be outward, but generally when we're in a space of some kind of disaster or cataclysm, which is represented by the 5, we're going to want to move through that by moving into a deep inner place in ourselves, within ourselves, the sanctum sanctorum within ourselves, from which and within which we are walking in a state of beauty. Therein lies the resolution. So as things are shifting and changing on the earth plane, and as they are changing in our minds, in our hearts, and in our spirits, this is the place we want to come from, the 4 6s. The 6 of fire, 6 of water, 6 of wind, 6 of earth, glory, faith, clarity, and beauty. This is the place we want to remind ourselves to continually return to, so that we become part of the solution and not part of the problem. And I will say, as we end the 6s, before we move on to the 7, that the 4, 5, and 6s taken together have to do with our ethics, our set of ethics, and how we're going to resolve that. The 6 takes us out of moving back and forth between the 4 and the 5, stabilization and cataclysm. If we can move out of that loop and into the 6s, we are going to be able to move beyond. The 6s are going to balance out getting too satiated in the 4s or too rigid in the 4s, and the 5 where everything is too cataclysmic and too falling apart. We can move into the 6s, the place of synergy, where everything begins to move together, flow together, where we can use all our intuition, our knowledge and everything we've gained to operate from this place of the sixes. Okay, and now we're going to move into the sevens, and we will learn how to go even deeper on this path.